What's up, you guys? It's an absolutely beautiful Tuesday morning. I had to run and take the kids to school, and that's usually how my day starts every day. I take kids to school, and then I come back here, and I decide what I'm gonna do for the day. But it's just an absolutely gorgeous day, so it's like 9 o'clock, kids are at school. School only has like 2 more days left, so I'm freaking out a little bit. I'm running out of free time. So I am going to get rocking out here. I spent the other day cleaning up some, so everything's really organized. But everything's labeled and has its, I mean, it may not be the best. Like this is just a bucket that says 5, but you know, it's all separated. Might dink around with the welder a little bit more. That gas is so expensive, so I mean, I've been playing around with it, but I really don't want to like waste the gas. Whoa, in the Subi. Come on. Butt crack showing. I'm sure you guys don't like seeing my butt crack. Maybe you do. I don't have any room for oil. This is full. And I have a whole bunch of these that are full. So. Oh boy. This oil is disgusting. So grimy. Look at that. Yum. Oh boy. Good thing I put that carport down, eh? I know my pouring abilities. There are some mega dead bugs in here. Ugh. They're so big, they're like clogging up the funnel. That is raunchy. Oh my goodness. Oh, my phone. Like, dude. Gross. That's been sitting there probably for like 2 years. Dirty red box. Everybody's got a dirty red box. Gross. One little ring-a-dang left. I don't know. I freaking hate these crush washers. I legit, like, there's like a legit hate, like a passionful, spiteful, vengeful hate for I'm gonna have to bleep that all out. I have a lot of animosity towards this little piece of metal because it doesn't matter where I order it from, they all look different and they all don't work. So, yeah. And I tried running it without it once and that was a bad idea too. So you can never win with Subaru. You will leak oil. You will. I will. You will. So we got her all jacked up. Jack stands under there. So for the Subaru, oh, I can't remember. It was the 14. It's a 14. Yes. I don't know. It's either 14 or 15. We will find out in 2 seconds, but I'm pretty sure it's the 14. Grab yourself a ratchet. Let's see if I'm correct. Come in here. Whoop. Oh. Just like that. Looks like crap though. Looks like it was time to change that. And this flippin' Fraskin. I actually did get a really good seal on it that time. I haven't really been burning too much oil or losing too much oil, so I mean, and typically both of those things happen. So I'm not gonna change the oil filter because I have the K&N oil filter, and you can get by. It'll be fine. It'll be just fine, and it hasn't been leaking, which means I tightened it to the perfectness because. Those oil filters always leak. Like literally, I have never put an oil filter on the Subaru and it not leak. Like, and I've tried every technique you can imagine. So, I'm just gonna leave it on there for another round. Don't feel like dealing with it. It'll be okay. You can see, I got that damn center. That's the ring where it pressed up against the bolt. You have like this clear surface to begin with on these crush washers. This part, always remember, round part goes towards the pan. This part, bolt. Round part, pan, bolt. Bolt right there, pan, bolt, pan. Just a little tip and trick for you guys. I hate these little crush washers, and most people don't even run them. So I mean, whatever. But I tried to run mine without it, and the leak was even worse. So I just went ahead and submitted to Subaru and using their stupid crush washers. Okay, she's been draining. I don't see any more drips really. Time to throw that crush washer on. Ba-bam! Get that put back on, clean it off. get the area cleaned off. Don't be putting the crush washer up there with a bunch of sand or something, you know. Tips from Kirstie. Woo! You know, they're not the best tips, but they're tips, so. So you want to make sure that you get this crush washer aligned perfectly center. Before you tighten that baby down, you better be sure that it is center. Okay, just because there's nothing worse than like doing this job, getting it done, being like, yes, and like filling it up and being like, woo, I'm done, and then realizing it's leaking because you just wasted a bunch of money on it, and then you realize that you just used your crush washer and messed that up. So now you have to buy a new crush washer and redo it all over again, and blah. Nobody wants to do that. So take the time, do it right, not twice. It's hard to do the filming and the work because you're messing with all this, you know, equipment that has lenses and stuff, and you got oily hands. For some reason, can only find this one funnel in my entire garage. I'm gonna clean this one out. Make sure that you don't just, oh, pour my new oil into there and use this dirty, grimy funnel. Ready for some new oil. For the stands. Make sure nothing's under there that you love dearly. And lower her down. Last but most important, don't forget to throw your new oil in. You're not done yet. A little bit more to go. And see, if you were to have changed the filter, pull off the filter, let that drain as well, clean off the area, take a little bit of new oil, make sure you get that seal around the oil filter so that it doesn't leak, which it still probably will. Throw the new filter on and bam, fill her up, you know? So I just skipped the whole oil filter step. It's pretty simple, easy peasy, only tighten it like hand tight. But yeah, you never wanna use like a wrench on a filter. So.
That starting fluid right there by that crack, and if it speeds up, you know there's a leak. That crack, you know, that's a seam right there. So there's obviously a leak there. I just don't know how fucked up it is.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close it.
Oh yeah.
Not too shabby though. It sounded good. We're sitting there for a week now, right?
Live.
You're right. So about a month ago, Dad's ElCo caught on fire when one of the fuel rail lines popped off.
Oh shit, now I was gonna get intruded it.
Huh?
You're behind the wheel and I just don't want to give it up. Where it popped and blew a bunch of more foam out. I'm sucking that shit down in there, I know I am.
Well, technically, wouldn't it all burn up?
Yeah, it's gonna burn up.
So when the engine fire happened, his air cleaners actually melted down into the carbs. So when that popping is happening, it's spitting up pieces of that air cleaner. So we're dinking around, swapping the carbs because we feel like the back one is the one that's having the most issues. We'll try running it off of the front one and see if it makes a difference. Sweet tool.
Is that cool or what?
That's a very cool tool.
You could never do that without that.
That's insane. $2 flea market find. Little hammer. Ooh, what's that here? That's so low. spending the time with Dad is great. And I honestly wouldn't want to spend this Friday any other way. So, I mean, I know I could be working on my Nova and getting it done, but hey, I am getting to cruise in Dad's Nova, and it feels great, you know? I don't know. I don't feel super rushed. I know you guys all support and back me no matter what I do, you know, and you really want me to get my build done, but at this point in life, it's like, I absolutely love seeing my dad happy and out of bed and working on his cars. So if that's what he loves doing, then that's, you know, what I'm gonna do, because that's how family works, you know? So thank you guys for sticking around and for hanging out with me and loving Pops and everything that we stand for. Waiting for Dad to get out of this AutoZone. I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I mean, whew. Alright. I will not go into this AutoZone. I don't know. They treat me like crap here. You know, they're always like, ma'am, do you need help? I'm like, no. Are you sure you don't need assistance of some sort? No. What are you shopping for today? Stuff. I come to the register with, you know, my oil, my filter. Do you want us to check the part numbers on that for you? No.
Barely push on the brakes and see if this thing is turning.
Yeah.
This is the wheel cylinder I was telling you about. That's that round part that I bought.
Oh, fun.
That gets bolted in from the back. There's 2 bolts in the back.
Okay.
That'll hold that in there. And then this brake line also gets bolted into this thing.
All those springs.
This spring comes off. See how it's, you gotta, what I do is blow this out with air, because all these are color coded, these springs are. And you'll see that when you blow it out. And then take them off one at a time, take a picture of it and take them off one at a time. And this whole thing just kind of comes off and falls off.
Okay.
And then you put the new shoes in there, the new cylinder in there, and put it back together. This shouldn't have to come off.
Alright. Well, that's good.
But the shoes are shot, but the cylinders ain't working at all, so I need to figure out why it's not bleeding.
Is your table? Pull it up?
Yeah. Gun.
I have one of those.
Yeah, it just squeezes out and you find all these little zerks and you just squeeze them full of grease until it pops out the other side, or you think it's going to pop out the other side. See how it's getting fatter down here? And then there's one down here, very bottom. And that's going to fill up this bottom bulb here. A lot of times if you drive in a wet climate, you'll actually be pushing water out. It'll be squirting water back at it. Yeah. And then your tie rod end, that's for your steering, real important. And this one's even, you can see it pushing down. This one's actually got some slap in it, this tie rod end. Need to get that fixed. And then to see right along the steering linkage, all the way across the car, you can see like 4 or 5 of those zerks.
Wow.
That, and then the other side has the same thing, upper and lower ball joints. Oh, yeah, just a regular 7/16. Oh, I can't believe that broke loose. Fucking A.
Looks like we're doing brakes.
Well, at least now I can see if I can get brake fluid out of this.
Yeah.
If I can't get brake fluid out of this, then it's that freaking distortion or proportioning valve. I'm gonna have to order that bitch, I think. But this breaking loose
if
is a
there
good
isn't
sign.
brake fluid coming out of it, then couldn't that mean that if it is the proportioning valve, then it's not the cylinder?
Yeah, well, no. It means that the cylinder is probably froze solid now because it's been in the same position for...
Oh.
Yeah, I'd replace it anyway.
No doubt.
And especially since it's only $10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this thing is bone fucking dry, dude. It's totally bone dry. Let's put this back on. Okay. And put this back together because it's not the cylinder, because I'm not even getting brake fluid to the cylinder.
You don't need me to hit the brake?
No. Well, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and hit the brake there, just for a minute. Let's see if it pops.
You want me to like barely tap it, or?
Yeah, if you just push down on it kind of slowly.
Anything?
Okay, no. That's good.
All right.
No, that's all garbage. So, we shall proceed another day and use rear brakes. There. Just throw the wheel back on.
So Dad's on his way over. We are going to use the welder today and try to weld some stuff on the ElCo. We were using that flex welder before, and he did some welding on his exhaust, and they seem to be leaking. So we are going to try and do some new welds. And I'm super stoked because I love spending time with Dad. We also get to weld some stuff, which is great, and I love it because I need more practice, as always. So I realized that I didn't have enough jack stands to help Dad out with this exhaust. So I'm gonna lower the back half of the Nova and take the 2 stands out of there. disconnecting the battery. It's crazy to believe that my dad was in the hospital 2 days ago getting a surgery. I mean, he's been fighting this cancer for so long. It's absolutely incredible to see him still underneath the car doing stuff. It just shows how strong the human body really is, and especially when you have willpower behind that. I love my dad to pieces, and I am so incredibly grateful for these times. Just so happy to have you guys join us, and thank you for sticking around. There's so much more to come on all of these cars. Let's roll.